Hey there, cobbers. It's the NZ MGTOW here again, and today's topic is New Zealand and what a gynocentric wasteland it's becoming. And as my fellow Kiwi MGTOW YouTubers point out, the Mad MGTOW, Spetsnaz, and MGTOW Cayman, New Zealand men, we're not really being given a fair go anymore. And the rise in single mothers lately, man, I've just seen them everywhere. More and more of them pushing prams around, and this seems to be growing like a plague. Also, social media and the general media is just predominantly geared towards women. It's marketed towards women. Stuff, especially um, some of the newspapers, definitely Radio New Zealand is fast becoming female dominated. I'm sick of it. It's just beyond boring. Next, the high depression and suicide rates amongst men in this country just keeps getting worse and worse each year, and the government's not doing anything. And the proof that they're not doing anything is that the stats just get worse and worse each year for suicide amongst Kiwi men. Next thing, women's rights and equality. It's just they're still pressing this, oppressive patriarchy narrative that no longer exists. You know, the patriarchy was abolished when women were given the right to vote in this country, the first country in the world to give the woman the right to vote in 1893. So how can they say a patriarchy still exists? Next thing, this whole yeah, um, gender pay gap and the disparity between men and women's pay. And like all the other MGTOW YouTubers point out, there is no disparity because, on average, males work longer hours, we do more dangerous jobs, we're the ones doing the forestry, going down the mines, putting our lives at risk, you know, maintaining the infrastructure, you know. They throw a few hot young blonde chicks on the stop go signs on the roadworks to fulfill their diversity roles. But every time I see them, they're either on their phone or smoking or both sitting down. So I don't know how they can be focused on the job. And then they wonder why they don't get paid as much as men. Another thing, women in the workplace I find are nowhere near as professional as men. The attitudes when I get served by a woman, like at the supermarket, at the gym, wherever, their attitudes are just unpolite, unpleasant, and it's just, there's just like minimal care of duty. It's just, it's just crap, their attitudes. And, that brings me to the next point, also in the workplace, women, the promiscuity, man. Like, I've mainly worked with blokes, but I have worked at places where there's been women. And especially the last job I had, I just got hit on constantly by women. I go to work. I don't go to work to flirt and socialise. You know, like my old man used to say, don't get your meat where you get your bread, boy. And he's right about that, I think. Anyhow, yeah, promiscuity in the workplace. It's unprofessional and counterproductive, in my opinion. However, moving forward, next thing, oh yeah, this country has a minister for women. We don't have a minister for men. And that butterhog, Paula Bennet, was asked when she started the ministry for women why there's no ministry for men. And her reply was, well, when the gender pay gap closes, the make-believe gender pay gap closes, and women are no longer the main targets of domestic or sexual violence in this country, they'll remove the ministry for women. Okay, so the high depression and suicide rates amongst men doesn't matter. We'll give the women's a minister for their issues until they're resolved, whatever those issues may be. I think they just make a lot of these issues up to suit themselves. But yeah, men don't get a minister to help resolve their issues. No. We'll remove the woman's minister once their issues are dealt with. What a crock of shit. Paula Bennet. God. Anyway, yeah, moving forward into the future, I think, New Zealand, like I've always said, New Zealand's at least 10 years behind the rest of the world, and I think moving forward we've really got to have some change in collective psyche in this country, and definitely some change in industry practices, and law reforms are needed, and we've got to really get up with the times. We've got a lot of issues that this country's going to really start feeling in the next decade, and we can't just be getting sidetracked with just women's issues all the time. World doesn't revolve around them. This country's no longer for Kiwis, and it's especially no longer for Kiwi men. It's just been sold out by the previous national government. Anyway, that's a topic for another video. If you find my videos of value, please like and subscribe, and that helps me keep going, as I'd like to help build the MGTOW awareness in New Zealand, because I think there's a shortfall of awareness around men's issues in this country. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching. This has been your guy, the NZ MGTOW, on another Sunday afternoon. Ciao.